All right, so you've been looking at manufactured homes. You finally found the house of your dreams. What happens next? Stick around for a few moments and I'm going to tell you. Hi there everybody, it's Roy and Lily again from 4-Star Homes, and today we want to talk to you about what happens when you sit down to start signing a purchase agreement on your home. Are you crying? What's the matter?
Yes.
What's the matter?
I can see. I cut onion for dinner.
Oh, you were cutting onions? Well, before we started this video, she was in the kitchen. She was preparing dinner. What's for dinner?
Shrimps today.
Shrimps?
Pasta.
Sounds good. All right,
I just trying.
You gonna be all right? Okay. All right. Anyhow, folks, many people don't realize that when you're purchasing a manufactured home here in Florida, it's completely different than purchasing real estate. Because these homes are considered to be mobile, you don't get any deeds. If you're purchasing in a land lease community like here in Country Club Village, the procedure is very easy. Now, if you're purchasing in a co-op or a resident-owned community where there's land involved, now you're purchasing real estate and the cost and time are probably going to be more considerable. Okay, and I'm not going to be talking about any of that today, just land lease communities. Now, since Lily and I have an office here in our home, many deals that we conclude are done right here on our dining room table. However, many times when I go over the numbers with potential buyers, they get that deer in the headlight look on their faces as they were not aware of the extra charges involved. When you purchase a manufactured home in a land lease community, okay, many people are surprised to find out that the whole ordeal is handled through the Department of Motor Vehicles. Yep, that's right. So instead of getting a land deed, you're actually going to receive a title. Now, for a single wide home, you would receive one title. For a double wide, you would receive two titles. There would be one for each half of the house. Now, if you're purchasing a triple wide home, yeah, you guessed it, you're going to be receiving three titles. Have you been drinking too? So for all of that, yes, there are going to be some costs involved. Most of this is going to be paid to the county in taxes and some of it to the DMV for your title work. The best way I could simplify this is to tell you that the procedure is nearly identical to purchasing a car. But if you're purchasing a double wide mobile home, then it's like purchasing two cars because there are two halves of the house involved. So the DMV fees are actually double. Now, upfront costs are going to vary depending on what you're purchasing, the company that you're dealing with, the county that you're dealing in, and the size of your home. Now, I can't speak for everybody, but I could show you how we handle things here at 4-Star Homes. At the time that I have a client sign a purchase agreement, I also provide them with this form here. This is called an estimated closing form, and it gives my clients a very good idea of how much money they will need on the closing date that they choose. So I want to go over this form with you so you know exactly, okay, what you would see if you were sitting at my dining room table. Like I said, I can't speak for every situation, but I can tell you the procedure in Florida is very consistent regardless of what part of the state you're purchasing in. So let's get started and take a look at those figures. For simplicity's sake, let's just assume that the house that you're buying has a closing date of July 1st and the purchase price is an even $50,000. When dealing with 4-Star Homes, there'll be a closing cost of $649. You can stop the video here if you want to see exactly what is covered in the closing costs. One of the biggest advantages not listed here is that you do not have to be present for the closing. In other words, if you're returning to New York, Pennsylvania, or even Canada, 4-Star Homes takes care of everything from start to finish. You will not have to make a special trip back to Florida for the closing, nor will you ever have to stand in any lines at the Department of Motor Vehicles. Your new titles and registrations can be mailed to you, or we're happy to hold them until you return to Florida. Florida does have a 6% sales tax here, so on this particular house, you'd be looking at a tax of $3,038.94. So your subtotal is going to come out to $53,687.94. The cost for the DMV to process both your registration and your titles is going to be dependent on whether or not it's one title, two titles, or three titles. For this example, we're assuming it's a double wide, so it's going to run about $350. Due dates for lot rents could vary from park to park. Here at Country Club Village, our rents are due on the 15th. So assuming that you're purchasing the house on the 1st of the month, you would actually owe the seller back a half a month's rent. There's a $50 county tax due here at St. Lucie County, and your tax could vary depending on what county you're purchasing your home in. Water and sewer here in Country Club Village is a lot different than other parks, as we own our own water processing plant. So our water is paid for once a year. If you take a look, you'll see that for 2022, our water bill was $298. Now, if you're buying your house on the 1st of July, you would actually owe the seller back 6 months worth of water and sewer for a grand total of $149, and you'd be paid up through the whole year. So, after everything is all said and done, this particular example is going to come out to $54,586.94, approximately. All right, asshole. Down. Okay.
Sit here, baby.
Once again, your mileage may vary as all the circumstances are completely different. Now, the good news is that all these taxes, title work, and fees that you pay, it's a one-time pay. This is not something that you pay every year. However, there is one or possibly two reoccurring yearly costs that you may have to pay. Now, the first is your annual registration. This is mandatory. Just like you have to register your car every year, you have to do the same with your manufactured home. It's not too terribly bad, and I think our registration ran $110 or $120 for the whole year for this year. Now, you generally get your registration bills in late October or early November, and you can go right online at the DMV website and pay them very easily. Just like you get stickers for your car's license plates, you're also going to get stickers for your manufactured home. Here you can see we have them displayed in a window, and for our double wide, there's one sticker for each half of the house. The second expense that you may incur is what's called a pass-through tax. Simply explained, a pass-through tax is a county property tax on your home. But since you don't own the land underneath the home, your pass-through taxes generally aren't all that bad. If you're purchasing a home here in Country Club Village or any of the 5 Spanish Lakes parks, all the pass-through taxes are included in your lot rent. So it's not something that you'll need to pay. But many parks may only pay a portion of that tax or none of it at all, leaving it to the full responsibility of the homeowner. Vero Palma Estates in Vero Beach is a perfect example of a pass-through tax. Here you can see there's an annual tax of $168. So it's important that when you are considering a park, ask your agent about pass-through taxes. Well, honey, I think that's everything I wanted to explain. So I hope everybody, you found this information to be informative. Did you want to say something?
No, I think you gave full information. Don't worry. If you have any questions, email us or call us 330-502-1947.
Right. You can find that information right below here, but also if you want to check into the description, we're going to go ahead and put that information there too. So everybody listen, thanks a lot for stopping in and spending a few moments with us. I kind of thought this was something important that everybody should know. Hopefully we'll see you again in one of our next listings. So take care all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.